Hey, everybody, welcome to the America Guns and Freedom podcast with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. As always, this is just an open chat between me and my viewers. It's where you can come and ask me anything you want to ask me. It doesn't even have to be gun related. If you want to know what I think about a topic, it's just a topic. If you want a specific answer to a question, ask the question. I'll do my best to answer you. Now, if you ask me something technical that I don't know the answer to, or you ask me about an item I don't have experience with, well, pay attention to the live chat. Someone out there will have the answers you're looking for, and they'll be more than happy to let you know they know. So pay attention and participate, build a sense of community. That's what we're here for every day. We're not just here to sit here and answer questions. We're here so everybody will have a place every day for at least an hour, usually closer to 2, where they can come and have conversations with like-minded individuals about common interests. So feel free to just talk amongst yourselves all you want. You don't have to talk to me at all. But if you want to, ask me questions. I like to start off every chat by reading the names of people that have ordered merchandise over the last 24 hours. Today we have a few people have ordered. Randall Smith got him I'm not be a sheepdog, not a sheep shirt. And he also got an entry into the double super secret Henry Axe giveaway that we're doing, because right now, from now to the end of the month, anybody that orders merchandise, either a hoodie, sweatshirt, or t-shirt, you get an entry for every one of those you buy. If you buy 2, you get 3 entries right now. And if you buy a combination of any 2 of the following, a hat, a mug, or a car magnet, any 2 of those will get you 1 entry. Any 4 of those combination will get you 3 entries. So he got an entry. Brandon Foster also got an entry because he got the new Le Pew Pew shirt, which I did make go live today, because all the ones of people who bought it before I made it go live have already been printed and being ready to be shipped, or have already shipped. So it looks like they're making them for now. So I went ahead and made them live today. So Brandon Foster got him a Le Pew Pew shirt. Johnny Mandrick also got a Le Pew Pew. He got him a Le Pew Pew shirt. And then we got Ray Gatos, who got onto the Church of Phil lift because he got an I Love Guns shirt. He got the All Hail Phil shirt and the Cosmic Octopus shirt. So thanks to him for going over there and doing that. And before we actually get started on today's chat, I want to let everyone know, as I just did a minute ago, I want to let everybody know we are doing right now where we are giving people entries into the double super secret drawing if they buy merchandise. I mentioned it just a minute ago. So if you want to go over and buy some product, and I'll show some of the examples here of the products we offer over on my website. Bear with me a minute. This will just take a minute. And so if you don't like shameful promotions, turn the volume off for like 45 seconds or so. But if you want to go over and buy merch, the Mickey Mouse shirt has jumped back into the lead. How did that happen? Did I sell one? Oh, yes, we sold one yesterday. That meant it went one ahead of Guns Don't Kill People, the government does. But if you want to go over there and get merch that has the mouse guns, the Guns Don't Kill People, the government does, Save the 40, the I Reserve the Right, I support the right to arm bears, the Eeyore shirt, the Waddle shirt, any of the merchandise we sell, the we used to shoot Nazis shirt, the Where's the Kaboom, any of the stuff I sell over here. You go over buy a t-shirt between now and the end of the month, you get an entry in the double super secret drawing. If you buy 2 of anything like a hat or a mug, or any combination like a hat and a mug, 2 of those items get you an entry also. 4 of those items get you 3 entries. 2 t-shirts get you 3 entries into the double super secret Henry Axe giveaway. So go over, buy some merch, help save the life of an animal in need, and possibly win a Henry Axe. With that being said, let's move on here and see what's coming in question-wise. If you want more information on that, you can go to my website, TYMPpistolproject.com. There's a link in the upper corner. Over there, you can also become a Patreon member, Subscribe Star member. You can sign up for TYMPPP, or you can nominate someone else for Handguns for Heroes, just all kinds of things you can do over there. So check that link out in the upper corner also if you would like. With that being said, let's go answer questions. Let's see what we got coming in here. Hopefully we get some good questions today. I want to answer some stuff. I want to answer the hell out of some stuff. All right, where are we at? There's where I got charged for Discord today. Ryan Sal Savage started us off with a donation today, and he just said TYM Triple P, and he got himself some entries into the drawings. Johnny Mandrick also got an entry in the double super secret drawing and said, YouTube wouldn't let me put Glock in the super chat. How did the car turn out? Oh, the car looks really nice. He didn't send me the pictures of the new stripes, so I don't got pictures to share, but the stripes look really nice on it. We should pick it up tomorrow from getting it painted, the fender repainted. Once we get that done, we'll see how good that looks. But yeah. Where was we at? I don't know. Oh, right there. That was Johnny Mandrick, by the way. Randall Smith chimed in and said, Glock fanboys are going to continue to be fanboys no matter what. They love their Legos and nothing is going to change it. They're going to be a drawing tonight. Yeah, there probably will be a drawing. We've already got enough with last night's to do a drawing tonight. So there definitely will be a drawing tonight. Manuel Moran said P&V super chat link. He didn't ask any questions. He didn't give me nothing to talk about. Y'all, even if you just ask like, what's your favorite nut? You know, anything like that. Any question gives me a reason to babble. So ask questions. Sean Bain chimed in and said, to help with the axe. Yeah, the axe has been a big failure so far. I would have thought, is it just people aren't interested in lever action mare's leg 410 shotguns? Is the market just oversaturated with lever action 410 mare's leg shotguns or something? And I'm not aware. I don't know. Trevor Cargyle chimed in and said, fur to pets and Phil and the axe because I appreciate what you do, you cranky old bastard. I ain't cranky, you bitch. Call me cranky. I'll come over and shit in your face. Johnny Mandrick chimed in again. What did he say this time? Sounds like you just don't want neighbors. Well, I really don't. I mean, luckily they're not close enough that they bother me. And I like my neighbors. They're nice. I have a veterinarian or a doctor on one side. I think she was a vet and an MD at one point. But I got that on one side and I got Ross on the other. Only thing is, I don't like Ross shoots the raccoons if the raccoon's getting his duck pin. I don't like that. But other than that. And he's asked me if I'm going to shoot the bear. I ain't going to shoot the bear. And I told him, don't shoot the bear. That's fucking illegal. Don't shoot the bear. I like our bear, especially when she's got baby bears. But yeah, if I was thinking the other day, if I won the lottery, would I buy some land somewhere, or would I just buy out my neighbors up here and tear their shit down and build a pet sanctuary up here? Probably better to go down further, where I wouldn't have as much snow and stuff. But some of the animals might like snow. So I don't know. But that would be my thing. If I ever won a big lottery, I would be running an animal sanctuary the rest of my life, and I'd be paying my family to work on it and run it. That would be my life from then on. That is my dream in life, to run an animal sanctuary. And if I won a lottery, I wouldn't have to worry about getting donations and fundraising. Because when you actually run something like that, an animal rescue or a sanctuary, you spend all your time trying to fund it. Just kind of like how we do here with pets and vets and stuff. And I spend all my fucking time trying to fund it, doing live chats and trying to sell merchandise and trying to get people to support the channel. And that's the worst part by far. So if I won $100 million, well, I wouldn't have to worry about getting people to fund it. I would fund it myself. So it would just be a place where animals came and lived out the rest of their life. And I didn't worry about trying to get funding. I could afford to take care of them and afford to pay a staff to take care of them. So, which would probably be my kids, and, they could run it. But that would be my goal in life. Dale Rickety said, I got nothing. Well, a pulse, we know, because he's still here today. Hail Phil, get ready for the next useless conversion. New Glock versus conversation. New Glock versus old Glock, which is better? Who gives a shit? I kind of agree. But I would be curious to see if they're better. Do they have a better trigger? Because the old Glock trigger sucks. I mean, the way it works is just, it's not the best. That was Paul Bidenbach, by the way. Mikey D chimed in and says, give me them entries. Got my purdy grips today. Now just got to win the friend to get me a new Colt to put them on. Guess I could win the axe and trade it in on a new Colt. Actually, I don't care if someone trades it in when they get it. I couldn't care less. Especially if they trade it in on something like another gun. I don't mind. Like someone asked me sometime, have asked me many times, does it make you mad? What if someone sells the TYMP Triple P gun and buys something nicer? Well, I'm like, if they got to a point where they can afford something nicer, more power to them. And if they can trade this one and get something nicer, like someone says, hey, I'll give you a SIG P320 for your G3C plus $100, and they do it, I'd be like, well, they'd be stupid not to. Does not bother me at all. I hope they end up getting something better. So it's just a starter as far as I'm concerned. We provide a starter, and we go from there. So yeah, you can trade it in. I don't give a shit. Clinton Barella also chimed in. You can stand under his Barella. There are Glock 47 handguns listed online for $1,500. I paid $500 for mine new. What causes gun owners to lose their minds and pay these exorbitant panic prices? I don't think anybody's going to pay the prices. I can't imagine anyone stupid enough to pay for a Glock right now just because they're going to stop making they're going to make a small change to them. Yeah, I mean, they weren't valuable to begin with. They're not going to be valuable now. If you pay overpriced prices on them, they're just going to be a used Glock the day after you buy them. So what's it matter? They're not going to go up in value. They're not collectible. They don't do anything other guns can't do. They don't do anything the new guns probably won't do. So yeah, they won't have any extra value. There's nothing intrinsically valuable about them. So it's just people are stupid. I bet you don't see them selling at that price. You probably see them listed. You probably don't see them selling. Like when you go to Gunbroker, you have to look at completed ads and see how many of them sold when you're trying to judge what something's worth. Because a lot of times they list for a lot. And you'll be like, oh, I've seen there's 15 of these listed for $1,500 each. And that makes me $1,500. And then you notice, well, it's only 3 guns that have each been relisted 5 times and never sold for $1,500. So they ain't worth that at all. That's why you got to pay attention to the completed auctions. Where was I? That was Clinton Barella, and that was the last of our super chats for right now. So let's go over here to the emails. Don't see a lot of emails coming in, but I got a couple here from earlier. Share screen, Winder. Boom. Ben Core said cousin had a visit. What happened? What did I just do? Let's try this again. There we go. Okay, let's try it this time. Let's see if I can get it right. Okay. Cousin had a visitor on his truck. Oh, he got a Fox on his truck. He got a Fox on his Chevy. Ford makes Fox body, not Chevy. That Fox don't know what he's doing. Also, we got an email here from Dwayne White. Got my patch and the bird and trout. And of course, the SIG, the firearm, is going to be my favorite .380 caliber and one of my most cherished of my collection. Well, I'm glad it'll be getting some love because I parted with it to help save pets and vets. So it's nice to be knowing it'll get some love. Unlike some people on here that were going to trade in what they win. Oh, I got one more email here, and it is from Frank Rodriguez, I do believe. And it says, "This is your kind of Christmas art." Yes, it is, y'all. Pit bulls. That one looks more like turnip. Because turnip is a blue. That's a red right there. Red-nosed pit bull. That's a blue nose. Turnip is a blue. I hope my next dog is either a Rottweiler or a pit bull also, because I really like the pit bulls. And they're much maligned. They're such sweet dogs. Turnip's big old baby. Also got another email here. Hold on. This is from Christian Carlson. I almost missed this one. And he said, "Grips came in the mail." And there we are. I didn't know I sent you plain ones. I thought they had a Punisher thing on them. Did I send you the wrong ones? I don't know. I might have sent you the wrong ones. But he got his grips. G10 grips. He won those in one of the chats. We try to give stuff away here every now and then. And then sometimes I actually remember to send them to the right people after they win them. That's when I'm in a good phase, when I'm doing well. Let's see here. Let's get over here to the live chat, see if anything's coming in. All hail Yankee. How will you know I donated? Well, if you donate, you mean your name will be listed over here. Is your name Manuel Moran? Well, that's the only one I don't recognize over here. Because if that's you, then I know you donated. That's why we do it through there. So I got a list of people who donate to Pets and Vets. There's also a spot on my webpage where people can go over and just donate through PayPal to Pets and Vets, and I do give entries for that too, just by the way. Oh, excuse me. All right. Amazon dropped off the double pouch for my Safariland speed loaders. One problem, they sit so far down in the pouches that they are hard to get back out. Why are they don't do that in mine. Find one of my loaders here. Like, ow. I broke my fingernail. Put a split right up my fingernail. Like if you're sitting down in there, see they sit right like that. Well, what kind of pouches do you have? Look, I got the two. I got this one. And I got this one, which is the same thing, just no basket lead. But if you stick them down in there, well, this one don't fit because this one's a bigger caliber than that. Let me see, there's a now, if this had bullets in it, it would fit and it would sit right down in like that. So it's got a little lip in there. It keeps it from going down past a certain level. So I'm not sure which pouches you got. These are HKS pouches I got. Wait, he said Safariland, and I'm doing HKS. Let me see, where's one of my Safarilands? Here's a Safariland one. I don't think I have a double pouch for Safariland. Let's see if it fits in here. Oh no, let's see if the Safariland ones fit in the HKS pouches just fine too. So I don't know what pouches you got. I've got some soft pouches in the house. Maybe those really good. I don't got any of those out here. Now I know when you put moon clips down in, they sit kind of far down in. That's a problem. Boom, because you got to reach down in there and get the moon clips out. God damn it, broke my fingernail. Falling apart, getting old, everything's breaking. How many entries for 3 mugs? 1. Because you got 2. You didn't make it to 4, so you didn't quite make it. So it'd be 1. Are you going to do a T-shirt to save the 38 Super? I don't want to save the 38 Super. If anything, we were going to do one where it gets deported back to Mexico. If it wasn't for the fact nobody would buy it, I'd do it. You already answered my question about the drawings. I appreciate you clarifying it. Well, yeah, because if I didn't carry them, like on the days where we only have a couple, if I don't carry those forward, then those people didn't get involved in a drawing. It's probably the 410 part that kills it, but it's cool having a 410 lever action. What's wrong with 410? We used to always have a 410 on the farm. 410 was very useful. Looks like Papa Smurf, but acts like Grumpy Smurf. Who you talking about? Mikey D? Yeah, I don't care if you were a billionaire, you would have to get donations. The money runs out. No, not if you got that much money. You can afford to run a sanctuary easy. Because even if it costs you $1 million a year to run it, which that would be an expensive sanctuary, even if it costs you $1 million a year to run it, I mean, just off of $100 million, you're probably, if you're even invested anywhere near correctly before taxes, you're going to make, $4 million. Afterwards, probably make $3 million, and probably keep more than that of it if you're writing it all off as a sanctuary. So yeah, you'll be able to do just fine. Billionaires don't need more money; they just want more money. Once you have $1 billion, you would never ever have to work again, and you probably couldn't hardly spend the money. But you would. But they want to hoard more money. It's all a game. Let's see. Oops, I got jumped down here. Hello, Christian Castro. Are you still a fan of the Glock 29 10 millimeter? Well, I'm not a fan of it. I've bought that gun like 6 times and sell it every time. I mean, it's a good little gun, but pro wrestler Mike Rotunda is in hospice care. He hasn't been the same since his son Bray Wyatt died 2 years ago. Yeah, that was all. That was a sudden and unexpected death. Bray Wyatt died. And Mike Rotunda, though, he's not super young. I'm surprised he's in as good a shape as he has been. The Wyndhams and stuff, they didn't live clean lives. Let's just say that. We got an email coming in from Ghost Shadow, and he said, what did he say? A few fox photos. Here's one of his foxes that visits his property. Oh, look at that little fox. I like foxes. They're cute. When I was a kid, one of our neighbors, I had a pet fox. He kept it just like a cat. It was very cute. All right. If someone goes to jail for stealing food because their SNAP benefits get cut off, then taxpayer dollars will go towards their jail expenses. The cost is shifting. This is cost shifting. Well, I don't think many people are going to go to jail for stealing food after their SNAP. Like I said, most people don't resort to crime right away. And there are other sources I'm sure they'll be trying before they go crime. And maybe some politicians will finally get shamed into doing something before then, but we'll see. I've already been told, my mom's like, oh, if your great niece and nephew's mom doesn't get her food stamps on the 7th, she's not going to be able to feed them. And I'm like, well, whatever she doesn't get, we'll replace for her. So it's going to cost me money. Get Mexico to pay for a wall to keep out the 38 Super. They should pay for it. I'm sure they'll get right on that when they finish paying off what they owe on the last wall. You notice the wall hasn't been a big issue this term. They ain't been doing a lot of wall building. Does a cartridge get any cooler than a full brass shotgun round? I don't know. Does it? I mean, that sounds pretty cool. But A lot of cool rounds, though. So, do you think that everyday people will get robbed left and right once millions of Americans lose their SNAP benefits? No, why would they? I can't imagine why they would. You have a lot of excess food. If you got a lot of excess food and you're a Christian, you better be giving it to them. Jesus told you better. Unless you're one of them American Christians that don't believe in the teachings of Jesus. They just believe in talking about Jesus, but not following any of his edicts. Well, that's most Christians, I think. Not just Americans, but American Christians especially. That looks like that's it for all the questions. Let me go make sure we're still caught up over here on the super chats. Boom. Now we got one more here. Randall's I'm losing my voice today. Randall Smith chimed in and said, inquiring minds want to know Marianne or Ginger. I don't think that's how you spell Marianne. Marianne or Ginger, also what caliber was Barney Fife's gun? He sure seemed to walk just fine for a guy who shot himself in the foot so many times. I walked just fine. I've shot myself in the foot. I would probably guess it was either a 32 or a 38 special or a 32, what you call it, like the old service revolvers. I don't remember what gun he carried. Let's see, what gun did Barney Fife carry? I don't know if I've ever looked it up. Barney Fife's gun. Just what I thought it was. Colt Official Police. So I'd be willing to bet it's a 32-30. That's what I was trying to think of. Or a 38 special, if I had to guess. 32-30 is what, or 32-20 is what I was trying to think of. 32-20 or a 38 special is what I would guess, but I don't know which one his was. Let's see if we can find it on what's that? IMGDB or something like that. Internet Movie Gun Database. Let's look it up. Search. Not Mike. Why is it saying that? Andy Griffith Show. The standard sidearm of the Mayberry Sheriff's Department is the Colt Official Police revolver, normally carried in a swivel type holster. Andy doesn't carry one, but Barney does. Blah blah blah. Hit top the China Camp. Barney always carries his revolver while in uniform, but due to problems with negligent discharges, the sheriff requires Barney to carry the revolver unloaded with one round of spare ammunition, which he keeps in his shirt pocket. It says here that it's a 38 special. So he carries a 38 special. All right, where are we at? What was that? But that was the last question, I do believe. Let me go check to make sure that we're all caught up. Where are we at? That was it. That was one from Randall Smith. Let me make sure we got all the emails. We do got all the emails. Let me see if I got everything over here. I think that food banks will run out of food probably eventually. I see a lot of people stepping up their donations right now. Food banks are getting a lot of donations, but my Colt revolver is a 32-20 manufactured in 1913, so 112 years old. It's almost old as you are. The food shortage and SNAP cancellation sucks big time. I've never seen poor Americans punished so horrifically in my life. Have you not paid attention to the rest of history? Poor people have been treated badly all the time. Look at like the mine revolts and all that stuff, how bad they were treated. They just brought National Guard in and shot them. So I think that there's been times poor people were treated even worse. call me crazy, but I think getting shot is worse than not getting your food stamps. Yeah. A nominal snowman chimed in and says, I want a Henry 410 lever action, but I want the smooth bore bead shotgun, the full size deal. Well, you could always, where is the gun? Oh, it's in there. You always put a full size stock on this one. I don't think that'd be legal, but who's going to tell? Are you going to tell? Who in here is a fucking snitch? Goddamn snitches. You know what snitches get? Snitches get stitches and end up in ditches. That's what we used to always tell my son. In my lifetime, I haven't seen poor people treated this badly. I knew they were treated worse during the Dust Bowl. Well, I'm sure even in the... Wait, you weren't alive in the 60s. So poor black people in the 60s were treated very badly. But let's see here. Let's make sure we're all caught up with everything, and then we are done for the day. We're all caught up with the supers. We're all caught up with the emails, and we're also caught up with all the questions in the live chat. So I want to say thanks to everybody for coming today. I do appreciate it. Thanks for weighing in. Thanks for supporting the programs. Remember, if you want to go over and buy merch, you'll get entries into the double super secret Henry Axe giveaway. So go on over, get yourself some merch. Otherwise, I'll see everybody tomorrow. Until then, remember, always carry and stay safe until I see you again.